Good afternoon, this is Hiker Dude Dad and we're in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, site of the largest, bloodiest, deadliest battle of the Civil War. I have the high ground. We are standing above Devil's Den. Big round top, little round top, straight across from the infamous slaughter pen. Stick around, it is close to Halloween and we are going to be looking for ghosts in one of the most haunted areas of Pennsylvania. 51,000 Union and Confederate troops died here in Gettysburg. We are going to go first to the site of the lone civilian death in the Battle of Gettysburg. This is Jenny Wade, the lone civilian casualty of the Battle of Gettysburg, in the house where she was killed. Jenny and her family were baking bread and biscuits in the kitchen for soldiers during the third day of the battle. I apologize for pictures only, but they have a strict no video policy. There's a bullet hole in the door that you enter, as well as in the door to the kitchen. The bullet struck Jenny in the heart as she stood at this dough rolling table and killed her instantly. There's a bullet hole in a nearby bedpost, as well as a 10-pound shell that ripped through the duplex's roof. This floorboard is still stained with Jenny's blood. In the basement is a recreation of where they took Jenny after she was killed. Jenny is said to still roam the house to this day, and visitors often hear loud bangs or feel the arms of little children holding onto their legs. Dine at the Dobbin House Tavern, and you might just be served a side of the paranormal. Although I would definitely hold out for their delicious French onion soup and the crab cake. Formerly a stop on the Underground Railroad, the Dobbin House Tavern hosts the spirits of former slaves who have been seen meandering through the building, including in former hiding places. Blood spatters, according to local lore, also mysteriously appear and disappear on the floor throughout the tavern. I tried to catch some here. Didn't see a thing. Upstairs there is a bit of a museum that kind of shows you how the tavern was arranged back in the 1860s and explains their role in the Underground Railroad. One of the coolest features upstairs in the stairwell is this hidden room. A shelf slides out of the way to reveal the spot where slaves actually hid on their way to freedom. So why is Gettysburg so haunted? 51,000 deaths here over the course of 3 days, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of July, 1863. That'll do it. Also, a lot of those bodies just were quickly buried, maybe moved and buried again, or simply just not buried. So Devil's Den is a big outcropping of diabase boulders. This has always been one of my favorite places to come to ever since my first time here. They recently closed Devil's Den for about 6 months. I did not know about that. I would have been disturbed if I came here looking to climb on these boulders, but these step improvements are part of it. As luck would have it, it just opened up a couple weeks ago, I think middle of September. So as you can tell, this was a great hiding space during the war. Sharpshooters were posted here. The North held this position. Troops from Maine, and then the South came up over the hill kind of from behind them on, I think, the 2nd of July, late afternoon, and heavy losses, but took Devil's Den, and their sharpshooters remained here the rest of the time, the third day. So Devil's Den got its name prior to 1863. It was not named that because of the war. It was named that because local residents believed that the devil lived here. The devil in this case being a 8 to 15 foot long snake that lived in the cracks and crevices here. Should probably grab my light. I did bring my light that I used in Wind Cave here, but I think maybe we can get in some of these cracks and crevices and see if there's any authenticity to the claim of a python or anaconda sized snake living here in Devil's Den. Nothing in here.
That's where you came out at, right here. Is that where it came out at? I'm looking off and trying to walk at the same time. Is that where it came out at?
All right, I'm about halfway across. Been down in here, down in that split. No snakes yet, big or small. Just a stick. Looks like a cave up here. Looks like it turns to the left. Got some daylight up there. No big snakes. Rush of cold air coming through here. It's a little tight for me. I wonder if I can get in from the left side there. That's what I'm gonna look for. Stick this in as much as I can. I think my kids climbed through here before. Yeah, so here's the other end of that cave. Would have crawled through here. Back in here, there's some holes. Very, very dark spot here to my right. So, no large snake called the devil. I've crawled in basically all the holes around the bottom here that you can crawl into, but even this cave that goes the whole way through. So I'm not seeing anything here. I'm gonna look up in that one little nook there before I go out, but then it's a bust. No gigantic python-sized snake. Not that I wanted to actually see one. All right, so here's one of my favorite spots. This is where the famous sharpshooter image was taken in the Civil War. So those rocks are stacked up back there, and it was some cover so they could shoot straight ahead there at Little Round Top. Picture was actually staged. The body was pulled about 75 feet up the hill behind me, and he does not have a sharpshooter weapon in the picture. It was just another rifle that was found. I had a big plan to be here around sunset, but my plans are thwarted by the restoration project here. They're doing some landscape restoration up on the top side of Devil's Den, so I'm not going to be able to get to this. Devil's Den for the most part is open, but this is not open. My strategy was to hide some cameras up here and try and just like pretend I'm lining up a shot with my phone and everything else. Allegedly, a young man in a floppy hat, the specter of a young man in a floppy hat, will mysteriously appear, offer to help you, offer to help line up shots, tell you good angles and everything like that. And then all of a sudden he would just disappear, and you don't see him again. He would, and any photograph, you know, he won't appear in, of course. So I was hoping to just stash some cameras somewhere in the rocks, just hang out for a while around sunset, see if the man in a floppy hat helped me out. And if so, could I possibly capture an image of it? But I am thwarted. The story must be true if they're blocking off the spot. Thwarted on that one. Seems to be a friendly ghost if you do see him. Very helpful. But he'll probably stay away, I'd imagine, if this area is cordoned off. Man, that stinks. While we're up here though, the North Main Regiment held this spot. The Confederate soldiers came up the hill this way and attacked, took Devil's Den, and held this spot. They were kind of trapped here actually because they were still firing back into the wheat field at Union soldiers chasing them. And sharpshooters were lining up targets up on Little Round Top. The troops of General Stephen H. Weed and Lieutenant Charles E. Hazlitt were up on Little Round Top, and the sharpshooters picked off both of them. As soon as that happened, Hazlitt's men just bombarded Devil's Den with shells and took out a lot of the Confederate soldiers. The concussive blast of the explosions just kind of ripped through and tore up the south, but they did hold this spot, Devil's Den, for the rest of the battle. So yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling on Devil's Den, enjoying my view of the slaughter pen, basically. You've got a Little Round Top up here, Devil's Den over here, the low ground valley in the middle, nicknamed the slaughter pen. If you were caught in that area between the two high grounds, forget about it. All right, so I am here at the sacks-covered bridge. Looks absolutely beautiful. Here to scout this out. I'm gonna come back when it's dark tonight. This is allegedly one of the most haunted places in haunted Gettysburg. This bridge was crossed by the retreating Confederate Army. The bridge is also said to be the site of the public hanging of 3 Army deserters. Those who visit this bridge say that they will see apparitions, they will smell cigar smoke, hear voices, feel a touch, when no one is here. And I am the only one here. There is one car on the other side of the bridge. I think it's an old dude sleeping. But other than that, I'm the only one here. So apparently there are hangings from this bridge, and I want to be here when it's dark. I was just coming here to scout out the parking situation. There's plenty of it over here. Apparently they have trouble with graffiti. There's a lot of names scribbled inside the bridge and graffiti on the signs here. There's a big camera on the other side of the road there looking at me, so it is under surveillance. So if anything does happen to me tonight, I guess they'll see it. Might even hear the faint sounds of cannons being fired in the distance, which they hypothesize is a possible paranormal loop playing in another dimension where the battle still wages on. That sounds like some multiverse stuff to me. So this is a little out of the way. There's a road that's closed on the way here, but you have to kind of go out and around. But I think after it gets dark tonight, I think I'm going to come here and check this out and stake it out for a little bit here. Beautiful Marsh Creek is here, and we will see just how haunted the most haunted place in Gettysburg is. So plans changed again. I am on top of the Pennsylvania Monument again for the sunset. So that's going to go on behind me. I've got the time lapse. Going to be pretty sweet, but I figured that there was a big clump of trees in the way from Devil's Den where the sun was going to set. So I figure up here I'll be above everything. And yeah, the sun will go down behind the mountains out there. All right, so it's after sundown. We're back at Sacks Covered Bridge, site of hangings. Some people just came out of the bridge. I think they were smoking. I don't think I'm smelling cigar smoke on the bridge. There's another group coming in behind me. So popular spot, people looking for the ghosts. So far, not seeing any apparitions. Get my light back on here. Yeah, I think somebody in that car in front of me was smoking, or else maybe I do smell cigar smoke here. I don't think I'm really going to get a lot of good footage here. Might go sit in the car for a while, see if I can see anything. No ghosts hanging. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're good. This will be my second time walking down the length of the bridge. The only things moving tonight I've seen are a deer across the road on the way here, and something that looked like a fox or a cat or something. Alright, go walk back towards the car. Keep the camera on me. Another car kind of in line. I guess everybody's doing their own thing here. Got no night vision in case shit does go down. I don't think anything will, though. Alright, gonna go back to the car. Alright, so we got the fire going. Got some pumpkin ale. What went right today and what went wrong? Boy. So the sharpshooter area was blocked off. That I didn't know about. I knew they did work at Devil's Den. I knew it opened the other week, but I didn't realize that was part of the stuff that is still blocked off for vegetation. So no visit by the floppy hat helpful ghost. The Jenny Wade house was very cool. You got to see both bullet holes through the doors, and then where she got hit, she's the only civilian casualty in the Battle of Gettysburg. The sacks covered bridge, very cool. I did smell tobacco. I think it was the people that were in the bridge before me. I don't think it was ghosts. I don't think it was apparitions. So what do I believe with it? Why am I even here? I'm here because it's close to Halloween. Do I really think there's ghosts or spirits or any of that? Probably not. There's usually an explanation for it. I don't rule anything out, though. Who knows? Better believe I would have been running like hell out of there if I felt like little children arms touching my legs or something up in the Jenny Wade house. So I do believe in snakes, big snakes at that. So looking around Devil's Den trying to find the snakes, the python anaconda size devil of Devil's Den. I looked in every nook and cranny that I could get to reasonably. Didn't see anything. Didn't even see a normal snake. I'd have taken that. I also captured an amazing sunset. Again, change of plans. Was going to do it from Devil's Den. Looked at some star charts, everything like that, and realized that it was going to set behind this tree grove. So, having been at the Pennsylvania Monument earlier in the day, shifted gears, went up there, and had an unobstructed view to the mountains in the distance, and it was awesome. My goal is to be at Devil's Den tomorrow for the sunrise. Alright, so sunrise at Devil's Den. As I was setting up my camera gear and everything, no floppy hatted man tried to help me out. Just heard a couple owls and such. So I think the myth is busted. I think they were all busted. So the sun's gonna come up right over Little Round Top, which is awesome. But then behind us is the moon. That was a full moon on Saturday. This is Wednesday morning. This is awesome. Top of Devil's Den here. Alright, so the sun is up here at Devil's Den. One last look. Thank you for watching. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe. I hope this video is going to turn out okay. Had to adjust a lot and alter plans, but hopefully it came together. So if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. Please tell a friend. Please watch videos. And that'll do it from Gettysburg. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you next time.